Nice job.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you for serving as a National History Day judge.
A lot of the judges that I had are just really cool people.
History Day contests are about much more than winning an award. They're opportunities for judges to help students further their learning. The National History Day journey usually begins in the fall, when students, working individually or in small groups, select a research topic and connect it to the annual theme. Topics vary greatly from local to world history. They can focus on politics, social movements, military history, art, music, and more. Judges should keep an open mind about topics and not let their personal opinions about history bias them. History Day requires students to conduct in-depth research in libraries, archives, and online. For many, it's the first time they've worked on a research project of this magnitude. History Day students select one of 5 presentation categories to share their findings: exhibits, documentaries, performance, website, or research paper. Most students participate in National History Day as part of a class assignment. Competitions allow them to extend their learning outside the classroom. Students chosen at the school level can advance to regional and state competitions. Every June, the best of the best go to nationals near Washington, D.C. No matter what level of competition, the basic judging process is the same. It must follow national program standards and include these 6 steps: greeting students, reviewing student paperwork, viewing projects, interviewing students, discussing and ranking projects, writing comments. All judges work in teams. After you meet your judging team, you'll get a schedule of project titles and times. Follow this schedule carefully. First, say hello to the students you'll be interviewing. Next, review the paperwork students have submitted with their entries. This includes the title page, process paper, and annotated bibliography. Pay special attention to the bibliography and carefully review the quality of each student's research. Now it's time to see the project. Give performance and documentary students the go-ahead when you'd like them to begin. For exhibits, tell students you'll look at their project before discussing it with them. Students shouldn't give you an oral presentation about their exhibit. It's often helpful to take notes that can be transferred to the judging form later. After you've seen the project, it's time for the interview. Work together with your judging team to ask students questions. Research paper and website judges may have reviewed their projects in advance and can start the judging process with the interview. The interview helps judges better understand the process students use to create their project. But students are not judged on their interview. Because students are not present during final judging, the project must stand on its own and not depend on student explanations from the interview. Consider starting with an icebreaker and then moving to more challenging questions, but don't quiz students. If they look nervous, rephrase your question. Avoid lecturing or giving feedback about their presentation during the interview. You can ask your contest coordinator for a list of sample questions. Evaluation criteria must also follow national program standards, no matter what level of competition. After you've seen the projects and interviewed students, return to the judging area to discuss with your team. Judges should write thorough comments for each project. Comments are the most useful in helping students understand their project's strengths, areas for improvement, and ranking. Comment sheets will be returned to the students following the event. Discuss each project with your judging team to make sure your comments aren't contradictory. You and your team will then decide which projects best fulfill the National History Day judging criteria and rank them. Your event coordinator will provide more detailed information about how to submit your decisions. Most of your evaluation, 60%, will be based on the historical quality of the project, including the strength of the thesis and the historical context. In the annotated bibliography, verify that students used a variety of primary and secondary sources, going beyond Google to look at books, newspaper articles, documents, etc. Students should divide their bibliography into 2 categories. Primary sources, which are connected to a historical event because they were created during the time of the event or because they involve someone who participated firsthand. These can be personal interviews, newspaper articles, letters, diaries, or autobiographies. Secondary sources are materials created after a historical event by someone who is not involved in the event. These may be books, websites, or interviews with experts. Some topics have far more sources available than others, so think about the quality of research instead of the quantity. Consider what materials might be available to students as young as 6th grade. Each year, the National History Day program selects an annual theme to which students need to connect their topic. This accounts for 20% of the evaluation. It's critical that students clearly use the ideas of the theme to analyze their topic. Your event coordinator will provide more information on this year's theme and the different ways students may connect to it. The clarity of presentation criteria, also 20% of the evaluation, covers how well students' projects conveyed their ideas and includes organization, spelling, grammar, image selection, and/or stage presence. Please remember that clarity does not require students to spend a lot of money for elaborate exhibits or props. You'll judge students on how clearly they present their ideas using the resources available to them. Each History Day project category has its own rules at the bottom of the comment sheet for each entry. Please talk to the contest coordinator if you have concerns about a rule infraction. History Day staff will share information with you about event logistics and the annual theme before the contest begins. History Day contests are the culmination of months of research and hard work. The most important History Day experience each student will have is with you.
You can tell it's inspired you.
A good judge makes hard decisions and still reinforces the learning value of History Day for all participants. On behalf of the National History Day program, our sponsors, History Day teachers, and the 500,000 students who participate every year, thank you again for volunteering. We hope you have a rewarding experience and happy History Day.